Hey everybody, what's going on? KSA Kris here with the Real Estate Blitz, and I wanted to go over the happenings with Zillow. So if you haven't seen the post that I posted up, I found it very interesting. At first I thought it was a hoax and some type of a goof, but it turns out it's not. So Zillow's actually being sued for their Zestimates. Now if you're a real estate agent or you're a real estate investor, you know Zestimates is just complete garbage. Everybody knows it's garbage. However, what's always concerned me is Facebook, Zillow has become what I consider a de facto standard, meaning even if it's not like the go-to place, because the go-to legal place, if you're trying to buy a home, sell a home, or actual comps or what's comparable, and this is to include even with appraisals, they're going to look at the MLS, they're going to look at true data. Zillow and Trillia, it's not true data. They're pulling stuff from the MLS, which because it's a syndication, but there's things there's mixes that are in there. So example, like Santacore doesn't even pull onto Zillow. So how are you going to be able to compare a property or say this is the potential price of something when well over half of the agents that are actually posting up properties are on Santacore and they're not somewhere else. They're not premier agents, which that's changing too. Now you can't even enter in your own stuff. I'll tell you a fix to that. But give me a second. But you know, a lot of them aren't even in CRMLS, which is a different MLS that will actually pull for the syndication. So first off, let me go back to that real quick. If you want to post up your stuff in Zillow and you want to do it on the cheap and you don't want to pay to be in a different organization, go check out what's a website. Type in Postlets. Postlets. Check it out. Go look at it. Go into Postlets. You can actually set up a lot of neat stuff. Okay, now, so what ended up happening? Well, Zillow's getting sued. Long story short, and you know, it makes great sense. The people that are suing them are saying, look, we were selling our house, it's at market value, and because Zillow is not looking in our neighborhood, they're kind of all over the place, they're basically underpricing the house, undervaluing the house with its Zestimate on what it should be, and it's scaring people off. Now, the one thing that I've heard over and over, well, you know, Zillow has a bunch of disclaimers that the Zestimates suck. You get that. But if that's become the de facto standard and everybody's using that to say, is this a good price? And we hear it all the time. Well, Zillow said, we were just on an appointment, guys, he just insisted on this. Zillow says it's worth, let me remember how much it was. I think he said it was worth $405. The house is worth $405. That's what Zillow said. We understand that. But we're looking at properties that have actually sold, and the fact that we're real estate professionals in this very specific, unique market, and this is really what your house is worth. Zillow is wrong. No, Zillow's not wrong. Why would they be? So that's kind of the kicker. This is where it's almost like the disclaimer doesn't make sense. You can disclaim, and even when you look at the disclaimer, it's even kind of a little bit off. But if it's been established, and that's what they do, this is, you gotta understand, they're marketing and they're specifically trying to bring people in. They're not per se lying to them, but they're guiding them down a path. It's good marketing, guiding them down a path because they make their money. Zillow makes their money by farming real estate agents. So people like you and I, if you're a real estate agent watching this, and we used to be on the Zillow ride as well, and we just said, screw that, we don't pay into Zillow. Not the traditional way. We're still premier agents, but we don't pay to get impressions. But they're farming real estate agents to a heavy, heavy tune every year. And in that article that I posted up on the Real Estate Blitz on Facebook, it breaks down those numbers. They farm the MLS organizations. They actually go out there and because it's a de facto standard, this is why Santacore won't work with them. Santacore says, you know what, we're not going to be bullied by you, and we're not going to syndicate to you because we're not going to pay your frickin' fee. Basically, you know, blackmailing them, saying, hey, if you don't pay us, people won't see it on Zillow. And they're like, yeah, okay, well, we don't care. It is what it is. And that's where also Realtor.com was kind of born a little while back. And honestly, Realtor.com is a pretty great site. But so where does this put Zillow? I find it very interesting. I think, for one, they have a ton of money, so they're definitely going to fight it. And my thing is, what happens if they lose? What happens if they lose? Could they be liable to more people? Absolutely. Zillow and its Zestimates make it really freaking hard for real estate agents to do their job. Zillow and their Zestimates make it really freaking hard for the average homeowner, because the average homeowner doesn't know any better. They're thinking that's doctrine and truth, whether or not there's disclaimers or not. They're thinking, well, it's got to be pretty darn close. So, hopefully, who knows, maybe this will change the path. If I were to put my libertarian hat on, I would say, hey, there's disclaimers on there. If you're going to use Zestimates, then that's your own fault. However, if I was to view it strictly from the point of, it is a de facto standard, this is what people are doing, whether or not there's something on there, and maybe there should be some type of consumer protection in place. So that's my take on the whole Zillow getting sued situation for their Zestimates. If you have any questions, do me a favor, shoot them to me. A lot of people are asking me stuff. I have a whole line of blitzes I need to do. I have them all written up back there. And as usual, please do me a favor, like, share, comment. Check out our stuff on YouTube. Check out our stuff on Facebook. And pretty soon we'll be doing a podcast and also Instagram. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Appreciate it. Have a good one. And we'll see you all later.